I am back, YouTube, with another ghetto makeup walk. Listen, today's look, I knew I had to record it because I was dreaming about it literally in my sleep. I just saw myself in some like bright blue eyeshadow and some red lipstick, like real Marilyn Monroe-esque, and I really wanted to redo it. And when I tell you, I absolutely loved the way this look came out. And it's so funny watching these makeup walkthroughs over because everything is so ghetto and bootleg. Like, and the techniques are just not there, but somehow it just really, really all comes together. Which, no, it's not somehow it all comes together. I can tell you exactly how it comes together. You could spend whatever money you want to spend on anything liquid in your kit. Does it matter? Kind of. But what you cannot cheap out on at all is a good loose powder. Like, you have to get a decent loose powder. I'm not talking about anything real techniques, no nicks, like anything dupe, like sure, whatever, you could try it, but at the end of the day, you have to go to those OG name brands that you know work when it comes to powder. So my pressed powder is MAC. I use the MAC Studio Fix powder for my pressed powder. And then loose powder, I use the West Size Beauty translucent powder. And I also use a Fenty loose powder. It's like this brown chocolate color. I probably should have looked up the color of that before I even wanted to make that, but this literally just popped up in my head. It was just a thought that popped up. So, um, yeah. After that, I do have Tarte. I sometimes use my Tarte concealer. I also have these e.l.f. concealers that I really, really like. I have this L'Oreal concealer that I really, really like. If I'm just really, really not caring about my makeup and I have to have my makeup for whatever reason, but it just doesn't have to be expensive. I have like a LA girl in the back of my kit that I sometimes dig for sometimes. I also have my Made by Mitchell palettes that I really, really like and swear by. Oh, and Juvia's Place bronzers. That's another powder that I like. Now those four powders I will always keep in my kit. I will always keep on me. I'm sorry, I'm not really going to try anything else. I don't want to hear about any dupes. Those are what work for me. And they're the reason why my makeup it looks pretty consistent no matter what liquid I'm using. But that's my makeup tip for today. Um like I said, y'all are gonna see me put on the cream and the liquid makeup for most of this, but it is gonna look funky. It is gonna look funky. It's gonna look crazy. Some things might not be blended the best. I accidentally forgot to put blush on at the wrong time again, so you're gonna see me just stick it on in the middle of the process. Like it's gonna be bad, but the way it all comes together at the end, that is what matters. I know y'all see that clip at the beginning, I was looking flawless. One, I hate I didn't have anywhere real to go. And two, what I hate I didn't have anywhere real to go. And two, I hate my hair is not done and these braids, they have to come out. But I will say not having your hair done is an excuse, but it is not a valid excuse not to make content. What does that mean, Lola? Like what? So you just gonna pop on here with your hair not done and your nails not done and still post on the internet and the internet's forever, so these clips are gonna live forever? 100% I am. Why? Because if you don't know if you don't know who I am, I started my content creation journey on TikTok. I am actually a live gaming content creator over there. I've been doing it for a little bit over 2 years. I have a pretty decent platform over there. If you want to see me live stream over there and see what I have going on TikTok, or if you have any questions about TikTok or how to grow your platform over there, feel free to ask questions. But my name over there is Doodle Lola. That was such a anticlimactic way to say that. That was so clunky. I'm working on it, but basically, I have a TikTok platform. My name over there is Do Lola. Follow me on TikTok. But you're not going to see me do any makeup or dance or none of that. It's literally just gaming and stuff like that. But anyway, I got my first 1,000 followers on TikTok in a month. I got my first 1,000 followers on TikTok in a month of starting to post. I post content every single day. I did not skip a day. Um, Sometimes I posted 2, 3 times a day, but what they were saying is 100% true. You cannot grow a platform on anywhere without posting. And I've heard like a lot of since I started streaming, I've heard like a lot of excuses like, "Oh, I don't have a PC yet. Oh, I don't have a DSLR camera yet. Oh, I don't. My hair's not done. My makeup's not done. I don't. Listen, when I first started streaming, I started streaming on Twitch. I didn't have I only had my PS5. I didn't even have a headset. So I didn't have no fancy mics that I clipped like these clips with terrible audio. I was posting it on TikTok every single day. I was watching other live streamers. I was, really like spending a lot of my time on YouTube, on Reddit, looking up what content creators did over there and how to grow over there. And I did it. I got my first 1,000 in a month. And then after that, it lined up perfectly to tax season. So then I turned around, got my laptop, and um, I got my laptop, and then I was able to start. I was gonna like beef up my Twitch stream, but I watched this video. It's like, hey, if you want to start streaming, going live, like don't waste your time on Twitch. Like you gotta blow up on either YouTube or TikTok first. So I'm not gonna lie, YouTube scared me. So TikTok it was. And now that I've been doing that for 2 years, here I am on YouTube, really trying to move like my audience on both places too. Because um why not? One, I don't have a job at the moment. I decided to quit my job in August. That is another story time for another day. Um I was living in a small town down south. And so my parents moved to Chicago, 30 minutes outside of Chicago. And so they were telling me, hey, it's my opportunity up here. Um, like, I'm not gonna lie, you should make the move to a metropolitan city. So I did do that, thinking that it would be pretty easy to get a job, right? Because Chicago is way bigger. So it'd be pretty easy to get a job up here versus down south. I was absolutely wrong. I've been here for 4 months. I still do not have a job. I again, it's another story for another day. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole, but it's now a thing. So since it's been like pretty difficult for me to get a job up here, um, that has been discouraging one. But what's encouraging is that I'm not absolutely destitute. I do make money on TikTok. Do I make a lot of money on TikTok? Not enough to like maintain a lifestyle. I still absolutely am looking for a job and do need a job for the immediate future, but realistically, I could scale it. I could scale it and really like grind out and really try and make more on there to make content creation like my full-time living, but that's a lot of work and it's like not it's a lot of work. It's super duper scary. Content is a lot of work, but that's not the problem. It's just trying to do that and be successful in it is is scary. And so but that doesn't mean I'm not putting effort into it. And honestly too, while I've been streaming lately, I it's just been so much really, really good content. It's been a lot of funny moments. It's been like a lot of times where we cried together, a lot of times where we laughed together. Um I try and keep it fresh, so like sometimes we'll play a game, but sometimes like we'll go on Reddit and we'll read scary stories, or sometimes we'll go on YouTube and look at body cam videos. Like, well, it's like the content is really, really all over the place, but one thing I do see is that my a lot of people talk about how you really just need like a strong niche, but if your niche is being a variety content creator, uh, being like a variety content creator, you could make it work, but you have to oversell your personality. Like you can have you can have your content be around a specific type of makeup or a specific type of game or whatever, like cool, but then I feel like you as a content creator really don't have really much longevity, and that's something that I really, really want. Like I want to be still making content when I'm 30, 40, 50, and 60 if I could. But if more than wanting to make good talk content, I always want to stay relatable to my audience, which I'm grateful that my audience is pretty, it's a pretty widespread. Like I have viewers who are, in high school, but I also have viewers who are in their like, in their 40s. So being able to be relatable to that gap of people has one been a blessing, and two just made me realize that I need to expand. And that's what this is on YouTube. So yes, it'll be a lot of makeup. Yes, it'll also be gameplay. Um Yes, it'll be clips from my stream. Yes, it'll be, chit chats. Yes, it'll be vlogs. Yes, it'll just be a lot of things, but um it's not it's it's not having a niche. The niche is me. I'm the niche. The niche is I'm 20 something trying to figure life out, but also still taking time for my interest and for my friends and for dating and for having fun and for working out and trying to fit all that kind of stuff together. Like if TikTok has taught me anything, it's that really the internet is hungry for the internet is really hungry for a level of realism. The internet is hungry for a level of honesty. Like everything doesn't have to be so paper. Like I was looking the other day, um I was looking today at strips from clips from the streamer awards, and Kai said that he in his speech he was just saying like, look out for your mental health, and um lately I've just been watching anime and that's just brought me joy. I think that now we have to have people that encourage the general public to really influence other people to really find joy in their life. Because honestly, I could tell you, like right now, I could probably sit on the internet and blow up on not having a job. I could probably sit here on the internet and complain about how the job searching process sucks. Like, I could probably sit here on the internet and talk about, all my plunders with dating. And honestly, at some point, I will, but I just don't want that to be the focus of my platform because we have enough negative stuff going on right now. And then even now, I was looking on TikTok too and seeing that because I'm not hip with many of the YouTube content creators anymore just because I don't consume quite as much YouTube as I used to versus TikTok. So I'm privy to who Jacqueline Hill is, but I'm not privy to how her content has grown over the last few years. But I have heard that there was a video that she released recently that um talked about her current videos are dropping views, and honestly to that I think that everything in content doesn't have to be a marketing scheme. Like it I get it. Like bills have to get paid, and people want ideally people want to be able to start doing their YouTube, making YouTube videos so they can get brand deals. So those brand deals get turned into brands wanting to collaborate with them, and then all the people that they've um curated their content for, they then turn around and support them by buying whatever branded content they are now marketing and pushing to the masses. I get that is the dream, but we are now steadily heading towards a recession. Money is just not available like it used to be. Like we we are now in the age of AI. Jobs are that were existing like 10 years ago are now in trouble because of AI. It's what we have going on is so different, and to think that content is the answer and you're gonna go and post videos a lot and get rich quick. No, that's just not the reality. And I think that's another reason why like my content on YouTube or on TikTok has grown the way that it's grown and at the speed it's grown, because honestly, I'm a realist. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to beg for gifts and I'm not going to beg for subs, but what I am going to beg for is for you to take care of yourself. I am going to beg for you to take time to um do your hobbies. I am going to beg for you to make sure that you're creating boundaries between your loved ones and your workplace and the other aspects of your life, so you have the space to do what you want to do and be what you want to be. And if I happen to get paid doing any of that, like I have been, and I'm so blessed for every dollar that I've made doing it, that's great. But if I don't, that doesn't discourage me from making the content. It doesn't discourage me from wanting to continue to be a content creator. It's it's just what's it's this is just really it's a hobby. And I think that's kind of what's tainted like a lot of like the things that we enjoy. Like even from like makeup, because the OG content creators, you'll get a new video every week, but they'll also show you a new palette that you have to buy every week. That's not practical. Practical makeup is honestly, in a lot of these videos, you're gonna see me use a lot of same things, because realistically, I spent a lot of money on this stuff, and right now, I'm not gonna participate in too much over consumerism, because, like I said, like realistically, I have an everyday palette and I have a fun palette. So on my fun palette, like for example, what the makeup you see me doing right now is makeup that's coming from my fun palette. And realistically, it's just like it's just I have a NYX palette. I have a NYX palette that has like a whole bunch of different vibrant colors on it, is a few shimmers, and then I have this other ColourPop palette. It's blue, because blue is my favorite color. But it's a blue little ColourPop palette, and if I'm doing anything fun, I'll throw that makeup on, like you see me doing now. But a lot of times you see me using the same you'll see me using the same Morphe palette until that Morphe palette runs out. As in, like there's no more. Either it gets too old for it to be safe, or I actually run out of all the colors that I need to actually look like somebody. When I run out of colors, so you'll see me go to Ulta and I'll spend another $30 on another palette. It'll probably last me like like another year. But I think I think that's what content needs. Like, and that's why a lot of people on TikTok blow up on TikTok, and that's why there was such a big fight to keep that app, because I mean at the end of the day, like yeah, it's cool. Influencing is cool, like dressing up is cool, but I think realistically, like the girls need to see people that look like them. And so that's really what this is. It's just me continuing the content that I've been doing with TikTok and seeing like how it'll do over here, like how my perspective will do over here. Cause I think you I think I've been scared about posting on TikTok or posting on YouTube for so long because everything over here is so much more polished, and I'm really not all that polished of a person. Like, as you can see, I'm not polished. I think I'm like really like a like get in there and just do it kind of girl. Like, if my hair is done, it's done. If it's not, it's just not. If my nails are done, they're done. If they're not, it's not. Like, regardless, I think those the minor isms and schisms of what we believe would do well or what we believe we need really is what holds us back. So I don't know. I'm just really excited about this. And honestly, I needed another project because, again, sitting here looking for a job and looking through my email and seeing a million and one rejection letters or a million and one invites to fake interviews and dressing up to get on Zoom calls to talk about what I've done for the last 4 years. Like, they're actually going to call me back and they really never do, but it's totally fine. It's totally fine. Like I said, I'm a oh my gosh, I keep muting myself. I'm just gonna keep going on with the voiceover. I'm gonna clip it. But anyway, like I was saying, um, and you all couldn't hear because my mic was muted, but anyways, I'm not gonna make this video sad because actually, believe it or not, this is the second run through on this voiceover. I did sit here and record whole the whole thing, but then I went back and started listening to it back, which I was just talking about, everything going on and my life and all that. All that, trying to update the people while I'm doing my voiceover. It was just so sad, and I'm not feeling that. I'm not claiming that at all. I'm not claiming that type of energy because even though things are exactly how I want it to be, I think I've really recently been doing a good job of filling my time with other things that don't make me sad until I can get to the where I need to be. Because realistically, I'm not gonna be without a job forever. I'm not. I'm gonna go back to growing my bank account and my investment accounts and traveling and doing all the things that is shopping and doing all the things that I love to do. I'm just not doing them right now because we're in this sit down phase in our life. We're gonna call it a sit down phase. So, we're sitting down and we're redoing things. Um we're finding a new career. We're doing new things with content. We're reinventing our personality. We're focusing on our health. Because even though I've been, sitting at home and I've been at home more, I've still been trying to focus on being active and taking care of my body and taking care of my mind. I'm down a few pounds, which I'm so excited about. And the snow I live about 30 outside of Chicago, and it's been snowing so bad. But it looks like it's starting to melt, and it's actually been a bit warmer these days. So I'm definitely going to be enjoying some outside time, some vitamin D, moving my body while I can before the next snowstorm, because even though this is a a season of sit down, a season of rest, a season of reevaluation, a season of replanning. That doesn't mean that I'm going to neglect my body and neglect my hobbies and neglect the things that I've worked so hard to build. And if anything, I'm taking this extra time to like really delve into things that I told myself I really didn't have time for before, like YouTube. So I'm so excited to not only be able to do this, but create a better workflow for it. So when I do have another full time job and, when things are looking a little bit different, I can still have a decent workflow for doing these types of things. Because this is my second video and I'm still a little nervous. I'm still a little nervous. These videos are definitely a lot longer, and it's just not the comfort in knowing that, you know, um, the content is going away. I feel like when you're live streaming or when you're live streaming, whether it be on Twitch or on TikTok, you only have to be entertaining for that moment. So everything is so erratic. It is a very erratic way of making content, but I feel like these videos it has to be like a lot more cohesive and the value has to be a lot longer, which has been like a little scary for me because I'm not all that polished of a person, but please look how this makeup is coming together. I'm sorry. But look how the makeup is coming together. I know. It doesn't look perfect at all. Um I do have these chubby little cheeks, but and I don't know if that contour. I don't know, something looks off about that contour. But guys, once the makeup sits in, it looks so much better. I have clips of me actually like and in better clothes and I actually styled the whole look in um on my TikTok. So if you want to go look and see like how I looked on stream, I can show you. Again, ignore the way I put on lashes because, girl, I do, I do what I can, not what I can't, and this is the only way I know how to put them on. This is literally the only way. And I know this is also why my lashes are always crooked, but this look really did need lashes to polish it off, finish it off, but I don't know. I just hate I did not have anywhere to go. But anyway, that's pretty much the end of this. Thanks for listening to my yap session. I can't wait until the next one. Um like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I would greatly appreciate it. That's it, y'all. Much love to each one of you and until the next time. Bye. Ignore this. I did not do my hair like that. I thought I wanted to do something like that, but I also realized one, the braids gotta come out, and two, I didn't know what I was doing. But that's enough. That's enough of this. Bye.